Hey guys, welcome to my Call of Duty Finest Hour retrospective. Now, I played this game on the PCSX2 emulator, and it ran into some problems. Like, I couldn't get it to run very well, and the overall performance was pretty poor. And I never played this game originally on the Xbox or the PS2, so it was quite a interesting perspective. Seeing this game as a first Call of Duty title on a console, it was, I mean, from what the footage that I'm seeing, that I looked up on YouTube and all that, it was pretty cool. There's a lot to push out for a console, like a lot of explosions and graphical, fidelity to be pushed out. So it's pretty good. Compared to the PC version, I mean, it's a little bit different. The PC version could handle a lot more. But in the last couple of games, you played as the Eastern Front and the Western Front and the British. And then this game is no different. You play as all three, and this time when you're British, you go to North Africa. And in terms of the gameplay, it's different than the PC version. Not by much, but there's like auto aim now. The controller kind of plays out a little more smoother, and the mission design is a little more simpler. But overall, it's pretty much almost the same. There's cutscenes now, I guess. There's like in-game cutscenes from different perspectives. And there's some characters in there that are pretty cool, and it's not a bad game. It's not a bad game. I think if they remastered this, or they kind of brought it back to modern devices and consoles, I think it might be really good. The game received above average reviews, so it's not a terrible game by any means. It's just held back by the hardware at the time, but it's a good World War II shooter, and the dialogue's good, and the weapon choices are good as well. The music as well also uses some of the soundtrack from the original game. A little repurposed, a little more things added to it, and I love the first game soundtrack, so that's a good addition. This game released for the Xbox and the PS2, and no PC release. I'm guessing because, this is a spin-off of the first game for the console users to experience Call of Duty for the first time. This is the first Call of Duty release for the consoles, and as you know, more came after it. The PC never saw this. This is the first time that console users could ever see the eyes of Call of Duty that they could play on their home console. So here are the trailers and the cinematics.
In 1945. With a bridge across the Rhine into Remagen secured, the Allies pour into Germany, bringing the fight against the Nazis directly to the Third Reich's doorstep. German forces in the Ruhr River Valley surrender as the Soviets reach Berlin. The once proud, seemingly invincible German army, which had sought to usurp additional territory from neighbors as far as the Soviet Union to the western edge of Europe and North Africa, is now forced to desperately defend and hold on to its own original homeland. The unconditional surrender of all German forces to the Allies, without which President Roosevelt had declared the war could not end, would not be long in the making. A world that had long been at war would soon be able to rejoice.